Well, I got that load off yesterday, or this morning, the load from yesterday. I had to drive about 140 miles to get reloaded. This load here is going back down to Greensboro, Georgia. It's a load of ingots. Let's see what I can find up in here.
You two step decks waiting for the scale, or are they waiting to load? Load. Handle. We got one on the scale now. No, you're good. I was in MSR next to them. I didn't know if they was waiting for the scale also, or if they were waiting to load. I didn't want to cut them off. Yeah, I kind of figured they were waiting to load by the way they were parked.
I wanted to fix me a smoothie while I'm waiting, and I can't find my little glass that I use for blending up my smoothie. Maybe it's in my bag. It is. I washed it the last time I went and showered. Of course, I didn't wash it in the shower. So for me to eat healthy in the truck, I take something like a banana, one that's preferably perfect coloring right here. Take that and break that up and put it in this little glass. I'm at the shipping office here. Well, past the shipping office, I'm on the spot to be loaded. So hopefully I can get this process done before they come and get me. I'm gonna, usually I put the whole avocado in there. I don't know if I'm gonna use the whole thing today or not. These avocados here aren't too big. This place is a madhouse. I want to say another word, but I'll try to keep it clean. All right, so I got a banana, an avocado. Baggie from the house, just in case I only decided to use a half a. Put this other avocado in here, press it down against the plastic, put this in the refrigerator. It'll probably be black by tomorrow. All right, so I got that. I brought a few strawberries from the house as well. I'll go ahead and some of these stems off the back of them. Put about 2 of those in there. These are some huge strawberries. Put those back in the refrigerator. And I've also got some blueberries. All taped up. Press that down. Put a good handful in there, so it's pretty full in there now. I don't got much more room. I usually bring about a half a gallon of milk with me, but since I knew I wasn't going to be gone long this time from the house, I just left 2 days ago. I only brought this little jar. About perfect. I'll save the other half of that jar for tomorrow or another day. I lost my lid. Looking for a black lid. Now what else do I need? I think think I'll just put a little bit of water with it. I normally don't mix water. Usually when I come from the house, I will just use straight milk. But since I'm trying to save it for tomorrow, I can't drink a smoothie with just plain water. It's just too bland. Then I put a little lid on it. What am I looking for? The little base right here. It's got a short cable on it. My plug is on this side. So I'll just put it up here, plug it in. And then just blend it up. Why is it not coming on? That's about it. Smoothie in the truck. Put that back up front. Clean up some of this mess. I put this open water up here in the front. I can drink that later. Blueberries back in the refrigerator. Wipe my little spoon off. Wipe my knife off. That's about it. See, I'm loading up these ingots over here. See them over there? Scale house is right out here. A little building right over there, that's where I come in at, check in. There's a scale right on the side of that building right there, just around the corner. That's where I scaled in. I came in, made a right, went all the way down this road here, back to the end, turned around. It seemed like as after I got parked right here, everybody and their mama came through here at one time. All the trucks are cleared out now. So yeah. I think it's a little bit important to try to eat healthy in the truck. Things like this right here. It's good for your stomach. It's good for your poops. We eat so crappy on the road all the time between hamburgers and Pizza Huts, and Subways aren't too bad, but it's a lot of bread. You know, you're always going inside the little truck stops to get your fuel. You're always in a hurry, don't have time to eat. You pick up those little pizzas, you throw it over here in the seat while you're driving, you eat that pizza, you run in there and get your McDonald's or an Arby's burger or something like that. I don't eat a whole lot of fried chicken on the road. A lot of places have that fried chicken. I just can't eat fried chicken. I can eat it occasionally, but not that often. That's what a smoothie tastes like. Should be pretty sweet. Normally I put the whole avocado in there, but usually that makes it too thick. And then you got to drink a little bit of it out, then put more milk in it. So I thought this time I'd bring some extra little small baggies, stick the avocados in there. I just don't like saving avocados because they turn black. And I'm not going to take, so I put a lemon on it, but then you got to keep lemons in the truck. Then you got to cut them and squeeze them, and I don't know. I don't know if it probably helps. I don't know. It probably does help it to keep it from oxidizing and turning black. That's why I usually just eat the whole thing. Everything in here was cold. The smoothie don't feel as cold as it normally does. I wonder if my refrigerator's set to its coldest setting. I usually keep it on the coldest setting, which is almost puts ice crystals in everything. I didn't really like this load here that I'm on right now. It ain't paying but $1,100 for 400 miles. But it's going back to Greensboro, Georgia. Once I drop it off, I can deliver it on Saturday, and then I can just go back home. I'm trying to work the southeast a little bit and stay more closer to the house. I was looking for the place. I had to drive 140 miles to even get this load. So now you add 140 miles to the 400 I already did. I'm barely at $2 a mile for this load. That's not the averages I want to average. But everything else was paying better per mile, but it was only going like Ohio or Indiana, 300 to 400 miles for the whole weekend. Those places had me sitting till Monday. I'd have been finished tomorrow, then I would have sat there over the weekend, all day Sunday until Monday. At least this way, I'd go home and sit at the house after I deliver. The only thing is, the rate per mile was a little bit lower. I don't mind sitting in the truck. So when I'm over here close to the house, 300-400 miles away, it's very annoying to sit in the truck for the weekend. Now, if I'm out there in Idaho or Las Vegas or Los Angeles, one of those places out there, I don't really mind as much. I don't know, it's a mental thing. It's some kind of a mental thing. The mentality of being in the Southeast, knowing that I could be home and that I'm not, I don't like it. See, now I'm waiting on this place. These are the kind of places I don't like. This is what I call it. I call this like a box warehouse because everybody's coming in, picking up the same thing. There's dozens and dozens of trucks coming through here every day. Yeah, the guard shack, there's a sign outside the gate there that says, check in with the guard shack on channel 10. I checked in on channel 10. They don't answer you back. Somebody else is there calling them now. You got to park way up the road, walk about 6 truck lengths down. Then you get to a little window Then you go check in at the little window. Then there's a sign out there that says use kiosk. So then you got to use the kiosk. Then after you punch in all the information at the kiosk, then you still got to go to the window. It's kind of like a box warehouse, like I was just saying before. You got to walk up the street, you got to walk down, you got a guard shack to check in and out. So you line up out there on the street. There's probably 8 trucks out there right now. There was about 5 out there when I got out there. Then you come down to the kiosk, and there was about 2 people standing in line at the kiosk. So I had to wait for them to finish the kiosk. You got to punch in your pickup number, your name, your trucking company. Then you step up to the window, and they basically ask you the same information that you just punched in on the kiosk. Maybe it pulls up inside their office and speeds up their process. I don't know. But then, after you get through there, then they tell you to come on down to get on the scales, and they tell me to park right here. Is that the forklift guy? I think that's the forklift guy coming to put the ingots on me. Let's see. Yep, he's over there where the ingots is at. Yeah, he's over there now, I think. Pretty sure. I hope that's him. I'm ready to get rolling. It's already 2:10 in the afternoon. So So let's see, is this, but I may be in Central Time, so it may be like 3:10. And then I've got to drive 400 miles back. I can deliver tomorrow anytime up until 2 o'clock or something like that. What did it say on my contract? They usually put all that information on here. Carrier information. Carrier information. Deliver up until 1300. Or that's what they got. They got a 1300 delivery. So that gives me time tomorrow to sleep in a little bit, finish my run out tomorrow, deliver at 1 o'clock, then go home. So you start picking up at these kind of places too. A lot of times they give you appointments like that. I don't like having appointments. I like just pulling in, getting empty when you get there, and get out of there. So let me show you this guy over here. I don't know if you can see him or not. This is my little small camera, so I can't zoom it. There's a, it says no photography in here. Is this photography? Maybe. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right on the other side of those ingots right there, there's the forklift guy. It looks like he's looking at paperwork.
You're actually supposed to be on this side of the road.
That's what I asked the guy, and the guy said, okay, so on the other side of the cones?
Right here, see that?
Where the red spot is?
Yeah, that's
I saw the red spot. I pull up and back up to it.
Yeah, because I was going to put him like right here. That way we'd have two we could knock out in one.
Okay, I'll pull over there. All right.
Even when they don't exist, unlike our own friends.
I knew I was supposed to park over there. The other driver behind me, he's like, no, you're on the right side. I was like, all right, whatever. See, I was right. First time I've been here, so I didn't really know. I'll just stay here. Oh, here he comes again. I'll ask him this time. Is this good, or me to back up a little more? Is this good, or me to back up a little more? Here comes another truck in. Now that's a covered wagon. My first job I ever did was pulling those things right there. I used to load up out of Russellville, Kentucky over here. Well, I actually used to load up in Greenville, Georgia, where this load is going. And we would bring out these big giant ingots that weighed like 54,000 pounds, take them up about the Russellville, Kentucky, which ain't very far from here. And then in Russellville, Kentucky, I would load up coils, aluminum coils, and sometimes I would take them all over the place, really. Sometimes I'd go down to Texas. A lot of times I'd go back to South Carolina. Sometimes I'd go to New York. They'd always go to Budweiser places, Coca-Cola places, Pepsi places, places that makes beer cans and Coke cans and things like that. All right, started getting on me now. It won't take them long. for washing this thing out, I got this spray bottle. You know, those little outdoor spray bottles you buy at Lowe's. They usually pump them up, put about 2 gallons, gallon and a half, 2 gallons of water in it. I get one of them over there. It's got like a 6-foot hose on it, like right here. It's got a long hose on it. Then when I'm done, I can just spray that thing out. It does a pretty good job. It gets all the crap out of it. Then I just leave the lid off of it so it can air out and I can use it tomorrow. It's just me drinking out of it, so it ain't no big deal. But I try to drink these daily. It's good for your stomach. It's good for the bathroom. Keeps you regular, keeps some hamburgers from clogging up. See, here comes a covered wagon right here. This place is pretty busy. They bring an ingot, aluminum in, aluminum out. Got his dog with him. Anyway, they'll have me loaded here, and then I got to scale out. So this is going to be another heavy load, maxed out with weight. I don't normally stay in the Southeast, and it seems like every time I try to stay in the Southeast, all my loads are heavy like this. I don't like hauling heavy. I'd rather just go to the Kubota place, get a few tractors on here, weighs 18, 24,000 pounds. Usually I keep my tandem slid forward. Now I got my tandems all spread apart, maxed out. All right, people, come on, let's get busy. All right, they got me done. I'm gonna take off for this other truck that's in front of me. I see him coming. Scales right here. $58, $59, $60, $77, $6. Oh, gotta back up a little bit, went too far. All right, there we go. 78,000 pounds. Right there. It's right there on the little thing, 78,080. Man, I had my window down while they were loading me. And now I got flies in here. They'll probably drive me crazy for the next 3 days. All right, I got my paperwork. Now I'm going to go up here outside the plant, right up here on the right-hand side, and throw some straps on it, and I'll be out of here. It looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 stacks of ingots. I probably put 2 straps across each one. It's going to be 14 straps. That'll be 28 edge protectors. It's a good thing I bought some extra edge protectors last week. I bought a whole case of them. I think there was 24 in the case. I had about 8 left. I kept losing them and breaking them. I've had them forever. Ever since I've been doing the flatbed, I only bought one set. I kept losing them. I just been using old straps that were broken. I cut them into little pieces about that long. Use those on things that have sharp edges. I got tired of doing that, so I said, let me just go ahead and order some more edge protectors. These ingots has got some sharp edges on them. That fly in here again. I'll just pull into here. At least they got some nice shady area for drivers to strap down. All right, there's my ingots. They're all strapped down. I only put one strap per stack. So I'm done. Just get back in the truck here and I'm out of here. Barely broke a sweat. All right, so that's basically my day in a nutshell. I got empty, drove 140 miles, loaded this up. Now I'll deliver this tomorrow, hopefully whenever I get there. It says 1 o'clock on the paperwork. But I think they'll take me when I get there, more than likely. If not, I'll just have to wait till 1 o'clock. Yeah, like I was saying, I barely broke a sweat today. Go ahead and let that window up. Turn the AC on. I was about to start sweating. I got a little, it was starting to break through. But today's like 70 degrees. Beautiful day. Out here in Kentucky. Look at all this, the area I'm in. See, I don't know. I kind of like these areas in a way, and in some ways, and I don't. Because this place was a little bit hard to find if I hadn't had a GPS. In fact, I even missed a turn with a GPS. In fact, I missed 2. Where you turn in about 5 miles down this road, they had it under construction, and it didn't even look like a road that I would normally even turn down. And then when you get to this road, it wide off. There's some more plants, a chip plant and a paper plant. And then this place was out here in the middle of the boondocks. So here was the road that I missed. I was on the other road right here, and then I had to Y off onto this road. I was watching those signs right there. That's it. So I got 391 miles to my destination. I'll get that down to about 200 or 150 for tomorrow. It's already 3 o'clock. It's gonna put me right back in that damn Nashville traffic. Well, at least this time I go around the South Loop. I ain't gotta go through Nashville. I can't stand Nashville. Can't stand Atlanta, Nashville. A lot of cities jam you up. Nashville's one of them. anywhere up and down 75, all the way down to Florida. You know, it gets moving pretty good, but there's times it gets jammed up, especially with accidents. Well, I guess I'll call this the end of my day and see how it goes tomorrow.
Meat eaters, they smell like feet and they leak. They're all sound asleep, diseased and beat. They beat their meat while they eat their beef, cause they seek relief. The only treatment is to be unique and sneak away from the pack, and that's no easy feat. We're uniquely raised to be okay with death, and we support it with our last dying breath. Your deathbed awaits cause you're 30 and still breastfed. Your breath smells like a meth head. Give up that methamphetamine and pick up a methylcobalamin, cause that's the only